Hi, Jeff. How are you? How are the Yankees doing?
85-year-old Michael Bobrow is all about community and making connections.
I like your West sweater a lot.
A longtime journalist, long retired, this Bronx native now spends his days chatting with residents in this modest assisted living facility in Canarsie, nourishing his mind and his faith with books, music, and the long-lost art of letter writing.
I've been writing to His Excellency Bishop DiMarzio for, I would say, roughly 2 years. The bishop was always very kind to respond to my letters, very kindly.
Mr. Bobrow's letters, written longhand and sent to the bishop via snail mail, are filled with historical references and talk of modern-day controversies. He was initially inspired to reach out because of a letter he wrote to the editor of the tablet. In it, he agreed with the church's stance on abortion, even though he made it clear, "I am not Christian, I am Jewish." After it was published, he decided it was time to make an interfaith connection.
My Jewish faith, of course, motivates much of my thinking. I believe in God, and I feel that this is, paramount in my life. I feel that I should address non-Jewish leaders with my concerns.
Those concerns include the rights of the unborn and the importance of being a student of history, something Bishop DiMarzio greatly enjoys about their correspondence.
They're fascinating letters because he is basically an historian. He knows the history of the Jewish people, and he also knows his own personal history. He is very much up on current state of affairs, political around the world. It's a letter you want to read because you're going to learn something.
Like learning about Mr. Bobrow's family, roots that go all the way back to Tsarist Russia.
In Tsarist Russia, my family was pro-monarchy. My great-grandfather is an honored person honored by Tsar Alexander III in the royal palace for his service to the state. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And Mr. Bobrow is still going strong, using his words to make a difference and cherishing special moments, like when the bishop made a surprise visit.
Well, I didn't know it was the bishop at first. He said, "Oh, hello, Father. May I ask who I'm speaking with?" So His Excellency said, "I'm Bishop DiMarzio." So I said, "Wow."
The visit giving both men a chance to continue to build a bridge of understanding.
Well, I think it is most important. People have to have contacts with different religions.
This is important to us. Our faith, certainly since the Second Vatican Council, has taught us about the interreligious dialogue. He understands it, he lives it.
Even Pope Francis agrees just a short time ago, reaffirming once again that we should not be afraid of our differences because that's just how God wants it.
Ci sono tante religioni che alcuni nascono dalla cultura, ma sempre guardano il cielo, guardano Dio.
Two different faiths intertwined and forever connected by a shared history of tradition and common values.
He's one of the persons I would say is a friend, a pen pal.
I really feel, he's not just the bishop, of course, but I consider him as a good friend.
A tried and true form of art, fashioned the old-fashioned way, but still bringing people together. Emily Druby, Currents News.